Hello, hello.
Hi, welcome back. This is Unity of the Triangle. I'm Neusom, and this is Anna, and we are here to welcome you back again. We're talking today about perspective.
I just want to start off by saying thank you because if you're listening to us, it's either that you are part of our immediate community and you're staying connected, so that's a great thing to do. And if you're not, just know that you're welcome into the space, and we certainly hope that there's something here for you at this moment.
Well, there's something here for you at this moment. We are so sure of that. I want to say that one of the things we've been dealing with in this time period, which is now extended quite a while, is it matters so much what your perspective is. You know, you can come to it with a oh my God, gloom and doom kind of perspective, or you can come to it with a different lens on the situation and see it as a time off. And I was talking with Anna prior to us going online here, and I was saying, I can't really decide if I should feel this good or not, but it feels great to not be in the same routine I once was, where I had to be here at a certain time, had to do this, had to do that. Now we still have to do some things, but fewer of them. And most of the time, it frees me up to be more outside, to get some more exercise, to pay attention to things that I don't usually get to pay attention to, either online or by books. It's an opportunity, I must say.
It's interesting because it's like there's always another side to the coin, right? And which side we're looking at depends on where we're at in consciousness, how we are seeing life. Are we, like Einstein would say, seeing life and the universe on our side, or are we not?
Yeah. Now, I know there's some people who are suffering, who physically are suffering, and when that's happening, it's pretty hard to just keep it like, wow, this is a great vacation when you're feeling sick. But, and some of you may have known some other people that you really care about who are experiencing losses, in which case your perspective would be quite different from mine. And I have empathy for that, and I think Anna does a great job of holding a space for the compassion for everybody. But we are in the position as human beings of changing the way we perceive something. We see it more or less how we are, not so much as how it is. So if you are being currently embodied by that part of your personality which is depressed or angry, or feel like there must be some hidden agenda out there that's causing this to happen, that will be your experience. If, on the other hand, you're inhabited by a different part of your personality which says, wow, I have more freedom than I had before, or perhaps this is the chance of my lifetime to stop doing what I'm doing and start reorganizing in a different way, then it's a whole different world. And I think they all have value. Each one of those perspectives has value. But I think we're really, we need to take ownership of our personal experience and not say the world is making it so for us.
As I'm hearing you, Neusom, I'm just connecting with some thought process that I had recently. I saw myself, watching the news, and not only the local, but the nationwide, which I normally, I haven't had much TV. I don't know, lately it's either I watch some Netflix or nothing at all. So just being exposed to the news for a longer period of time caused in me something that I had not really experienced lately, this sense of urgency or almost fear, which took me to the place of two things. It's like, okay, I need to manage how where I put my attention and energy. I can still be a responsible citizen by staying informed, but I do much better in staying centered and happy than being miserable and in fear. right?
Yes.
But then this side of me that maybe, I don't know if it might be the ego or the mother in me, it was like, how careless. It's like people out there are really having a rough time, and you're just going to pretend you live in Disney World and not care. This is all going through my mind, right? And then as I went deeper into this whole argument in me, I'm like, okay, I can be both. I can be that compassionate presence, but instead of me merging into the suffering and like the experience of whatever other people are going through, it's like, let me stay centered, let me stay happy, let me stay pure, and then hopefully my force field can allow others to come into that space. It's not that they're taking me there, I'm taking them here.
Right.
You see?
Yeah.
And then that gave me peace, which is, it just felt that this is truth. So it's like, and this is probably what the whole idea of the boho came about. It's like, if I can go deeper, if I can bond in a really real way with those that I love, or those that I might do this with some people that I don't know, but I can really bond and reach out spiritually, then I'm in a position of raising the collective consciousness so that we jointly not only find a cure, but find the awakening that I think we're all being called to experience.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think it's tricky when you're talking about you're feeling good and others are feeling bad, and it's not easy to say this without sounding as though you're playing superior or acting insensitive. Neither one, I think, have to be part of the equation. I was just reading a book just a few minutes ago about mindfulness. And in mindfulness, one of the things you're working on is developing a level of awareness of what you're experiencing, such that you can recognize that you're experiencing this, but that's not really all of who you are. That this part who's aware is also the part that endures, that goes on and on, the more permanent part of yourself, the part that has been here your whole life. Even through all your changes, there has been an awareness that's still there. And this identification with this aspect, the awareness aspects, allows you to have multiple perspectives based on what you're experiencing at the moment, but without the judgment about the perspective. Because, there is essentially a kind of a higher perspective on perspective. You can have the perspective that all these perspectives have their place. They come from a different aspect of your being, and if you looked at us, we are more like a cut crystal that has many different facets, or we're multiple personalities that has been described like a village. Each of them come with a perspective, and the one that you might have one that you use predominantly, but you have also these others as well. So maintaining this level of awareness on all of that allows you to see it without judgment and without necessarily claiming victory or victimhood out of it.
Wow, that's well said. And still, as I'm hearing you about perspective and points of view, I was taken to something that Ralph Waldo Emerson said, that when we pray, we are really reaching out or looking at our situation from the highest perspective. So I guess that that's what we are all called.
Sometimes, anyway.
Sometimes, right?
Yeah.
But that's the potential in us in which we can observe everything and place ourselves. Get divine help to place ourselves on a perspective that is more truthful, eternal, and actually helpful.
Yeah. Yeah. So I do think, since we get to have lots of perspectives, maybe we should favor the helpful ones.
Right.
And disfavor or disuse those as much, the ones that are not helpful.
Because since we are in all of this together, when we are able to reach the highest perspective, we are then collaborating with everybody else. And I can't help but think of Gandhi's favorite saying, become the change you want to see. And it's like, what do we want to see as we navigate through all of this uncertainty? Do I want to be the fearful person that it gets easily influenced by the appearance of the world? Or am I going to be standing on a higher truth and being that presence of faith and compassion in the midst of everything?
Yeah.
Which one do you pick?
It seems like I picked several, to be honest. I have noticed that
Don't you love his nonchalantness? Is that how you would call it?
well,
or authenticity. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely, I think we often default back to what is most habituated with us. And this is where some heavy lifting can come in handy, where you command yourself through the use of affirmations and denials, or a form of prayer, or a deep paying attention to a witness state or something. You command yourself to be at liberty to choose a different style, and to choose a different style that works for you much better if you can get there. Now, sometimes you just get stuck in a rut and you don't have it, and that's one of the things about being isolated is there's a tendency to be stuck in a rut with it. Whereas when you're interacting with people, if they're not of absolute like mind, they can help you change. So that's one of the hazards of this time. But of course, if you're tuning into this channel and paying attention to us, you are so lucky. I'm just telling you.
You know, I was thinking that this is the time to change that default.
It is.
What else
are you going to be doing?
Right. So why not make it about changing your usual default? That's probably redundant because default is what the usual is. But it's like, yeah, let's make it about why get stuck in here.
Yeah.
Right? There's no more distractions.
Right.
So
why worry? Be happy.
That's
So really, there was a Meher Baba who was supposed to be the avatar of his generation. His basic line was, "Why worry? Be happy. Why worry? Be happy." You can think about it. Why worry? Be happy. We don't know the outcome. We haven't a clue what's coming next. 1 month ago today, I had a birthday. In that last month, a lot has changed. I was telling Anna today I feel like $1 million, but last month I felt like $2 million. Still above the line, but you know, why worry? And why worry about today? Because you know there's plenty of change coming our way. We don't know what's happening.
But again, part of at least I'm speaking about me. One of the things that I'm really working on in myself is the capacity to stay present to the moment and not move back, not move forward, staying present. And this is another opportunity that we'll have. Stay present. In the present, all is well. I'm here, I'm present.
Right.
So
don't worry, be happy.
Don't worry, be happy. Are we closing then?
I think we're closing. Great talking to you today. Fun being a part of this community. I hope it's a good week for you, and we'll see you next week.
God bless you.
Bless you.